You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Oh, yeah. I have a feeling today's going to be a good one. Maybe not in this game, but just overall. The sun is shining. I have my windows open throughout the house for the first time in months. And we are able to pop open some Screw City. Welcome everybody back to another stupid sports show. My name is Jim B. Here on 1069 Click FM, the original internet community radio station. And as you all may have noticed, we're going on baseball today. I decided that I wanted to follow, of all teams, the Mets and the Marlins, which I know means instant comedy for a number of you. But hey, I chose to look at it from this angle. Would Derek Jeter prefer that the team that punched him in the balls in 2003 lose and that he has been systematically dismantling and sending all their good pieces to the Yankees? Or does he want another chance to humiliate his former crosstown rival? The dilemmas of the ultra-rich. Oh yes, and you got Yelich off the Marlins. You see, he's helping out everybody. Derek Jeter really cares about the little people. Anyway, we still got a whole bunch to go through before we get the first pitch. They're still doing the starting lineups, all the promotional video packages, and it's all right because we've got all the games are going on today, and some of them even seem to matter. Now, that's mostly on the NBA side of things. I mean, right now the Raptors are leading the Bucks 33-23, but the Bucks already have the number 1 seed wrapped up, so I think they can sit their starters safely. And somehow the 76ers are still beating the Nets. Ah, bless them. Celtics only lead the Hawks by 3. The Heat are down by 1 to the Magic in the first quarter. The game that I'm really care about, which is the Clippers-Suns, doesn't start until 2:30 my time, so that's probably going to be about the time that this contest ends. But just for completeness' sake, we'll be keeping track of everything as much as we can that's going on, along with a little help from all of the other people here on the group W Bench, or as they have just decided to name themselves, the assholes. Hey, don't worry, Luke. It was a late game. I figured you were gonna. I didn't even think that you were gonna make it. I thought you had to be early, to help clean up church for services today. True North, thank you again. I'm glad that you've been enjoying the playlist, and I did get your request in last night, Luke, as well as Kip's, and I am very excited for this week's show. We might even have a special guest come on. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now they're hyping up one of their rookies, Carlos Senga. Apparently he's doing well on the mound for them. Well, there could be a number of reasons that you're stepping foot at church. Maybe to chase down the person who killed your brother, or, you've taken possession of it, and it's already been dechristened, or whatever that word is, when the church officially makes a place not a holy site anymore. They leave it behind for the heathens. No, we haven't had any wild turkeys today for whatever reason, True North. I know the cats were very much on watch for them today, but they haven't appeared. And of course, right now, they are both pretending to sleep as quietly as possible so that I will not disturb them. But we all know that's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's like the tides. All right, let's see if there's any other major score things that I have missed. Oh, the Bulls are taking care of business against the Pistons. Good for them. And not too much in the early action over on the baseball side. The Reds and the Phillies knotted at 0. Tigers 1-0 over the Red Sox in the top of the second. And the Rays have only hung 1 run on the Athletics by the top of the second. Maybe the Rays are finally sliding off. I'm kidding. But it's something nice to hope for, isn't it? And also, any minute now, my White Sox are going to be going up against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I fully expect any of their failures to be promptly put into my face by all the kind viewers out there, any who happen to be tuning in. Yep. And once again, I should mention that one of our 2 sponsors for today on Another Stupid Sports Show is Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company. As St. Peter once said, you never forget your first trip to Screw City. Ow, that fucking hurts. And of course, the wafer to our wine this afternoon, chicken flavored crackers, and I'll leave you to put the punchline in your own head. Oh yeah, we're hitting all the classics today, William. Well, I'm not sure why Angie has such an affinity for chicken flavored honkies, but I guess that chicken taste is enough to fool her, so it could be enough to fool you too. Oh, uh-oh. They're showing the New York Mets promotional package, and the music behind it sounds like it would have been rejected from the Benny Hill show for being too dorky. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Well, on the bright side, oh, that's the old video. They're retiring that one. Apparently, they're going to bring a new one to get in line with the fact that they are playoff contenders again. Of course, there's their appearance in the NL Wild Card last year for 2022. Oh no. And Mets will be playing the Padres in a 3-game homestand. Decent amount of people in the stands. I'm assuming they all went to church early. Either that or they're worshiping as we speak and, pretending that their hot dogs are the body of Christ. I mean, it might be. You never know. When you're trying to save money on meat, sometimes you just gotta go with the body of Christ for your ballpark Franks. Yes, I am having far too much fun making Easter references today. Why do you ask? I hope you are all doing well, by the way, that you got plenty of sleep. I managed to eventually, of course, after the 4 a.m. wake-up call for cats demanding to be fed, but, you know, so it goes. Pooch we wheat. It would probably help if I got onto the proper scoreboard. Yes, it would. Absolutely. And this is completely unrelated to anything, but a couple of you might appreciate this, but I've gotten so many different scenes and overlays that I'm now having to create different scene collections and scene profiles based on what show I'm doing at the time. That's how much I've ended up programming into this thing over the past year and a half now. And there's times when it feels really overwhelming and difficult to keep track of, but yeah, it's also just pretty cool how much work I've been able to put in, and how professionally unprofessional I've been able to make it look. So thank you again for being along for the ride. Luke. Luke. On today of all days, when Jesus sends out the goldfish to leave Lincoln logs in people's sock drawers, you're going to put the Macarena song back in my head. You are a cruel, cruel man, Luke. Cruel, cruel man. Yeah, welcome. Welcome is an odd way of putting it, but hey, language is fluid. All right. Well, we begin. First pitch from Carrasco. It misses outside, 1-0. Welcome, Leif. Hope the day's treating you well so far. Oh, damn. And just like that, line drive into right field, and we have a base hit to start the game for the Marlins. Nice swing by Chisholm to get that into right field. We can tell there's a lot going on in this game because the announcers are commentating about when they usually hear the planes flying overhead. Oh, and now they're getting the camera on that plane that's flying overhead just to prove that the announcers aren't crazy and aren't hearing things. We've had our first disengagement for this at-bat, by the way. Anti-count curved way inside. 1-0 to Garrett Cooper. Currently got a .310 average so far on the season. Here's the pitch from Carrasco. And a nice little looper there that will get a strike. 1-1. Another good one up the middle. The batter just watches. 1-2. Well, joke's on you, Luke. I have never listened to the song Despacito. And I don't plan to. Not even if you guys request it. So, I'll just run rings around your attempt to completely break my brain. Up to 2-2, by the way. That pitch missed in the dirt. Ooh. A little bit too much inside. Now we're up to a full count. Luis Arias is on deck. Apparently he's the best hitter in the National League right now. Full count. Swing. But it is a stolen base for Chisholm. Woo. So that is going to be a recorded strikeout, but the ball was just a little too off target from... Oh, yeah, he beat that tag. No problem. Arias is now up to bat, currently sporting a .467 average. Pretty impressive. You know, beginning of the season and everything. First pitch curves down low. 1-0. Carrasco checking on Chisholm. That one floats away. 2-0. Not 3-0. 2-0. Don't screw with me downstream, Kier. Another look back. There goes Chisholm. He's looking for another base. And it gets dropped. It will be another stolen base. Oh, man. That one would have been very close. They had a chance to get him, but looked like the third baseman was also a teensy bit out of position to make a solid tag. Finally, we got one going up the middle. We're up now to a 3-1 count. Nearly lose that one in the dirt. And now it will be runners at the corners. I'm not going to acknowledge that, Luke. We're up to De La Cruz, who is up to bat now. Due to with a 200 average batting cleanup. Whee! Low pitch, but they call it a strike anyway. 0-1. And good placement by the catcher will get an 0-2 count. Hey. Oh, so far, Logan, both these teams are doing good jobs of humiliating themselves. The Mets a little bit more, but that's only because Jazz Chisholm has been a base-stealing machine. Oh my God, and De La Cruz smacks a home run. Wow. 3-0 Miami. Oh boy. This is a fun start to the day. Yeah. Ah, there's the Lowell Mets that we were all looking for. That one just hung over the middle of the plate. Gurriel now up to bat for the Marlins. Start with a 1-0 count, despite optimal placement by the catcher. Gurriel will hit a one-hopper to the short, and it'll be an easy out. Starling Marte in right field, a two-time Gold Glove for the Mets. Now we got Garcia, who takes a big hack but completely misses. 0-1. Joke's on you, Luke. I like that song. As a little chopper, third baseman runs over to get it. And that will finish up the inning. All right. That finishes the top of the first, but the Marlins do some early damage and have a 3-0 lead over the Mets. Fan-bloody-tastic. And as expected, the Yankees are beating the Orioles 1-0. Bottom of the first. The Red Sox are now tied with the Tigers in the middle of the third, 1-1. Still no score between the White Sox and the Pirates. Bottom of the first in that game. I'm assuming they're playing in Pittsburgh. All right, let's see. Knicks are currently leading the Pacers by 10, 55-45. Still about 9 minutes to go in the first half of that game. The 76ers, once again, doing a very good job against the Nets, 48-31. Little under 7 minutes to go in the first half there. The Cavaliers taking care of the Hornets, 41-33. 5:49 to go in quarter number 2. And the Celtics lead is now down to 2 against the Atlanta Hawks, 46-44. 6:38 to go in the second quarter for them. And the Wizards are getting a moral victory over the Rockets currently, 56-47. Oh. And damn, just like that, we're already back. They're not screwing around, are they? And up on the mound for the Marlins, we have Braxton Garrett. Yeah, only did 3 innings in his first start, as he got shellacked pretty well by the Mets. And that is a dart in the dirt. And it is Pham who is up first for the Mets, top of the order. Right in the middle of the strike zone, 1-1. Just like that, he is ready to go again. That curveball must have passed through some part of the strike zone. They're willing to give it to him, 1-2. Yeah. I think they had approximately 2 hits, because I know that one of the base runners was a walk, so there would be the single off of Chisholm and then the home run. So I think it's 2. And damn, Pham strikes out on a high fastball. Oh boy. All right, now we've got Marte up second. We have another low one that does not get looked at. And of course, here's the announcers bitching about the clock again. And Garrett is not wasting any time here. He's already at a 1-1 count. This one will get drilled to the corner for a base hit. This is at least going to go for a double. It's the third double of the year from Marte. And we'll list as the first hit of the day for the glorious New York Mets. Now we got Francisco Lindor is up to bat. That's a slider for a strike. Garrett is the first pitcher that I've seen who's actually been daring to mess with his pitch timing in order to keep the batters off guard. 1-1 currently. We have a dude going for third. Oh! Marte beat it, and now he's holding his head. Okay, we might have a bit of an injury right now. Okay. All right, let's get the replay so we can find out what happened to Marte on this, because he is still down on his knee. Oh yeah, he did beat it, but he did slide into the third baseman's knee. Oh, not only did he go face first into the dude's knee, but he also, during the collision, his sunglasses got broken. He's wearing. Is he up? Is he going to stay in? Oh yeah, they're taking the extra time, making sure that that dude's okay. You never hear about concussion protocol very often in baseball. I mean, it's not really thought of as a contact sport, but there are plenty of opportunities for dudes to crack their heads open, whether they're running into walls, colliding with each other, or like those head first slides. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, the collision was more on the side of his head, but it was enough force to break his sunglasses apart. I think that may have been what caused most of the pain, to be honest. Feeling something that's supposed to be sturdy break against your head like that. And now they're taking the time to fix his sunglasses, and we are losing all the time that we gained from the pitch clock. This is how the managers get the time back. He's trying really hard to fix those sunglasses. They must have been a gift from somebody he really, really cared about. And just like that, my internet starts to crap out. Still got a 1-2 count to Lindor, by the way. Checked swing, and he gets it. Oh, there's the homer conversation coming through from the announcers as a called third strike. Yeah, they don't think so. Of course they don't. This is the New York Sports Channel. Of course they're not gonna say that their guy struck out. All right, Alonso now up to bat for the Mets. And the first pitch is a called strike. That one looked like it had the same trajectory, but it finished up inside, and so it's officially a ball. 1-1. And he tried to check but could not control it. 1-2. Mets faithful sounding very enthusiastic today. The organ gives up after 2 cord stabs. That ball goes high. 2-2. This will be the 17th pitch of the inning for Garrett on the 2-2. And a huge cut from Alonso going for a ball in the dirt. They strand a runner after a double and a stolen base, and is still 3-0 Miami. Dang. Well, that is a letdown, man, especially the fact that they might have an injured player. Oh well, and just in case I missed anybody, hey, if you're just lurking, we're hanging out, taking in some baseball. I'm looking at the Mets Marlins game right now. Yeah, I know I've got the Sox hat on, but I figure there's plenty of time for me to catch up with the Sox and all their mediocrity later on in the season. So I'm just trying to get a better picture of the league as a whole. Well, quick check back to our scoreboards. The Phillies have increased their lead over the Reds 2-0 now in the bottom of the third. The Mariners Guardians has gotten underway and is currently Seattle 2, Cleveland 1 in the top of the second. And we're 7 minutes away from the Cardinals and Brewers getting started, which I'm sure we all expect St. Louis to pull out some kind of bullshit because that's what they do. We'll also have Astros Twins starting up at about the same time, and 10 minutes after that, the Rangers and Cubs again. All right, over in the NBA, some of the games are starting to get much closer to halftime. Bucks and Raptors are already there. Toronto's still leading by 12 at the moment. And I think, their place is already fixed in the play-in games, so it doesn't really matter what happens today. Oh yeah, all the really exciting games are happening around 2:30. So, honestly, I think it's kind of good in a way that I decide to do the early games so that we can have fun focusing on who gets what position and who plays who over in the Western Conference for the play-in tournament. Oh no, why is... They're talking to Marte in the dugout again. Officially. Top of the second. An easy one up the middle that just gets looked at. 0-1. And this is Segura now who's up to bat for the Marlins. Some good placement by the pitcher to make that 0-2. And now they're making donut jokes. They're real bored here, folks. Segura will foul that one off. Out to the right side, 0-2. So far, Segura does not have an RBI, and apparently that is a surprising thing for these announcers. Pitch number 24. High. 1-2. Takes a hack at a dirt ball and will hit it foul to the left this time. Still 1-2. He takes another cut, fouls another one off. At the very least, he is running the pitch count up on Carrasco. You know, rattle him a little bit more after the rough first inning that he had. Little high, and Segura is able to keep his bat in check. We're now 2-2. Is able to get that one kind of toward the gap, but McNeil is able to run over, make the catch. First out of the inning. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now Forte is up to bat for the Marlins. They're nearly through their entire order, and it's only the second inning. Called strike on that one. However, yeah, that's plane number 2 that's going on overhead. Keep count at home, kids. As a chopper goes past the mound, easy second to first. 2 outs. All right. All right, this will be... Well, hopefully this will give Carrasco a little bit of a sure footing for the rest of the game. Easier second inning. And then I got caught in a loop. Yeah, my string got caught in a loop. Oh, bloody fantastic. All I know so far is that the first pitch got fouled off. Other than that, I got nothing. Yep, looks like the first smackdown got laid on the first bunch of streams. Time in a Bottle, that was sung by Jim Croce. Oh. Well, that must have been a quick out because currently they say commercial break in progress. So I assume that we are now in the middle of the second. And just like that, we're at the bottom of the second. Braxton Garrett will start with a... Damn. I'm still not used to designated hitters on National League teams. And that's a base hit for the Mets to lead off their second inning. Oh god, I am not sure what that hat is supposed to be, but it looks like somebody skinned a rabbit and stretched it over a toilet seat. And I don't want to explain it any more than that. That's just frightening. Okay, Jeff McNeil is up now. And he will take the first pitch for a ball. And it's a dart inside. 2-0. Oh, we've got a faint Let's Go Mets chant starting up. And they go inside again. We're at 3-0. That could be a problem. Three-no count finally gets the first strike. Ah, hello, John. Good to see you. I raise a screw city to you. Let's see if your Cardinals have started working their magic bullshit over in their game. And that's going to be a cracker down the right field line. Kana is going for third. So that is now second and third. No one out still. And the Mets have an opportunity to get right back in this game. Yep, so far, 0-0 in the top of the first. I guess the mojo hasn't got a chance to get working yet. Ooh. Eduardo Escobar up, and he takes his first pitch as a strike. We have a couple of hefty leads happening on second and third. They're waiting for a pitch to get lost. And that one will be fouled away, 0-2. Oh yeah, now we got the crowd going. Got him in squaring position. Hello, Sean. That's another... Oh! As a strikeout. First out of the inning. And now we got Francisco Alvarez coming up. Once again, we got runners on second and third. Only one out. And the Mets trying desperately to get back into this contest after they got shellacked in the first inning thanks to a 3-run home run and a couple of stolen bases. And they chased that one for a first strike. Oh. Oh yeah, this is what the guy they were talking about, Francisco Alvarez. He just recently got called up from AAA. Oh, Discord, I was always wanting to write and lose it. I'm sure it was for a very good reason, though. Another one in the dirt, 1-1. Was Discord arguing about whether the goldfish leave Lincoln Logs or Tinker Toys in your sock drawer for Easter? Another one gets bounced foul, 1-2. One and two now. Garrett about to throw his 31st pitch of the game. Rachel's Twitter account got suspended. Hit the other way. It will drop for a single. That should score two, depending on how this goes. McNeil will stop at first. We have runners at the corners. Alvarez gets a RBI in his first at-bat of the season. And whoopsie doodle, the Mets are on the board 1-0. Where are we at now? 3 hits, 4 hits. It's one of those. Oh, damn. I must have missed that. I was kind of out for a while doing yard work and taking the cats for their morning walk. Oof. Yeah, well, I'm sure that it was done for completely legitimate and not at all stupid reasons. Really? I even have this on live and everything. Huh? It didn't show. Yeah, no. Oh. Oh, I scrolled. I scrolled, Luke. I scrolled and it's not in this chat. 3 runs on 0 hits. No, all I've got is who sang Time in the Bottle. That's it. Ah. I don't know. Well, YouTube working as intended. I have no idea where we are in the count. Oh. 2-2. And Castro will foul that one off as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Now the announcers are bitching about the interleague games. Oh, wow. Wow. I feel like my brain is going to start dribbling out of my ears if I listen to these guys any further. All right, we're going to turn that off. Save myself the trouble of depending on them for knowledge. Garrett with pitch number 38 gets the K. Whew. We still got runners at the corners, 2 outs, and oh, I believe you. I'll check Twitter when I have a chance. But right now we've got Pham who's come back up to bat. It's going to be an easy toss from the short to the second, which will strand 2 runners and end the second inning. Mets do get back on the board. After getting a couple more hits, they're still down 2 to the Marlins, 3-1. No, they're just dropping Luke's comments for absolutely no reason. That's all. You know. Usual bullshit and shenanigans. Let's see. And also apparently, that's weird, man. I believe you. It is just, and I'm in the live chat right now. I made sure to set that up right at the beginning so I wouldn't miss any comments like this. And I know I can't be that drunk because Screw City is a pretty light ABV beer. I'd have to drink way more of these than I wanted to start missing things that people say in chat. Oh yeah, and there it is. All the discussion in the mod chat, and I'm sure the Discord is selling their pitchforks. I do hear Monty doing his usual chirping. I think he wants to scare one of the ferals away. He also wants to steal their food. Let's be honest. That's what I had to stop him from doing this morning. All right, first pitch from Carrasco to Mr. Jazz Chisholm, who's stolen 2 bases and gotten a single and a run so far. And that pitch from Carrasco is inside, 2-0. Yep, and we are in the bat go swing. And so far, the bat has been going swing a decent amount. And Carrasco, that one's another ugly pitch that bounces away, 3-0. Yeah, I think maybe True North, this is a sign that we have to worry, because it means that another shoe is going to drop. Wow. Oh man. And now begins the eternal struggle between umpire and batter. Called strike that Jazz thought was going to be an automatic walk. He was doing his leg guard and everything. And he does it again! Oh, he is having a war of words with the umpire now. I think he's very close to getting thrown out. And I think, honestly, Jazz might get out on a called 3rd strike just to prove a point. Does take a cut this time, but it will fall foul. All right, got another 3-2 coming here. And just in time. Uh-oh. Now he has some words for the umpire as he's going back. Yeah, that's right. Monty's going meow in the background. Oh, and now they're going back to another Mets game where Chisholm got ejected for arguing a called 3rd strike. And it happened to be against the Mets. Meanwhile, that first pitch gets sailed out to center field. An easy Easy catch for out number 2. Third inning going by right quick. Oh yeah, and the ump puts his mask back on with authority to let you know that he is in charge. Tease the bunt, and it will instead be a ball. Arias gets the 1-0, just on the right edge of the plate, 1-1. And I'm sure right now that the commentators are remarking about how players need to have more respect for the umps, but that's just because it was a call against the Marlins, and these dudes are, I don't know if they're as bad as the Boston announcers for being homers, but nice job scooping it up on the line. He's able to get the ball to Carrasco to get the last out of the inning. And now we wait for the middle of the third to finish. Oh yeah, I can believe it, Em. I can believe it. I know it's the only reason that I know that we're in New York for this one, because I can actually hear a crowd. Mets logos that are all over everything. And the New York sports announcers complaining about check swings for the Mets batters. But, hey, would we expect anything less from them? I don't think so. Alright, let's go. While we have a moment, we'll pop over, check the scores. Alright, Pirates are now leading by White Sox 1-0 in the middle of the fourth. Red Sox have taken the lead back from the Tigers 2-1, middle of the fifth there. Now here's what we expect from the Rays. 5-0 over the Athletics in the top of the fifth. Reds and Phillies are tied up 2-2 in the bottom of the fourth. Yankees have added another lead to their gap over the Orioles. 2-0 middle of the fourth there. Mariners still holding sway over the Guardians 2-1 at the end of the third. Cardinals, Brewers, Astros, Twins, and Rangers, Cubs all still scoreless very early on in their contests. And the NBA, it's still going on. A couple games into the third quarter, but nothing much has really changed. Just about everybody that we were looking at before still has the lead. Alright, now we come to the bottom of the third, and as a line driver off the pitcher's glove, and is not in time. Infield single to start the third inning for the Mets. Yep. Went right off the edge of the pitcher's glove. He made a valiant attempt to snag that out of the air, but Garrett gets that pitch off in time, and he catches the corner. Strike one. Lindor is up right now, struck out the first time out. I'm sure Garrett would love to do it again. He's about to throw pitch number 42 on the day. That one sailed pretty high up the middle. 1-1. And a nice slice from Lindor, but it goes foul to left side. 1-2. Nope. No cats yet. Cats soon, but no cats yet. Our pitch fouled back, still 1-2. And Linder again fouls it off. Rockets have closed the gap against the Wizards, meanwhile, 76-70. Now, under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter of that game. Honestly, there's no better time to give advice about drinking than when people are underage, and that's another K for Garrett. Second strikeout of the day for Lindor. Oh, apparently the kids carry the bases run that they've done every year. Doesn't happen because oh, shoot. And just like that, the third inning is over because they were able to nail a double play. And yeah, the big bases are too big for the kids to carry, so they've got the old bases out again. Now, I'm not saying that I want to give drinking advice to anybody out there, but I will give the only advice that was given to me by my dad before I went off to college. And he said, if you're going to drink, drink good beer. Find somebody with an ID or who is over 21 to help you out. Pay extra for the good stuff. Hence, why we are sponsored by Screw City Lager and not, say, for example, Bud Light. But that's because Bud Light, well, I would say more, but that would probably be a cue for Jimmy to wander in here by accident and, call me a heretic for disparaging his beloved Bud Light. Then again, I'm not sure if he's still drinking it these days. You know what? While we do have a break at the top of the fourth, I think it's time for a little cat humiliation. Oh, he's still drinking it? Good to hear, Grossi. Now cats. Well, you were the first cat I saw, Angie, so you'll get offered up first to the algorithm. Hey, Tom. Here. We have an Angie. She did not leave any surprises in my shoes, so she's not really in the spirit of the holiday right now, but hey, we're all trying the best we can here. Mets are officially at 5 hits for the day. Marlins were able to get all this on a 3-run home run in the first inning. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's pretty relaxed. She's even got a little bit of the mlem going right now. She got to sit outside in a pile of leaves, which apparently she has been dreaming of for years. So, you know what? I'm not going to argue with what she wants. And she's apparently perfectly happy to sit here in my arms and take the chin scritches. And no, I am not going to let Angie go outside and get the turkeys. Oh my God, the umpire actually called a walk for the Marlins. Everyone, this is not a drill. The Marlins have drawn a walk with one of the angriest umps that I've seen all year. And I just assume they're all angry, but this one is definitely the angriest so far. Gurriel now up, and that one loops a little bit, but a little too high initially. Count of 1-0. I know. Oh, look, Monty is in here. Do you want to go say hi to your friend? No, you do not. Oh, no, she does not. And that liner is just over the head of the third baseman. Base hit. We now have runners at first and second. Still no outs in the fourth for Miami. Well, I'm not sure if Angie would either be the best umpire that ever lived or whether the games would take 5 hours because she would just refuse to make a call. That might be one of those things that we don't really get to figure out until it actually happens, and I'm a little afraid to make it actually happen, to be honest. Your family is pushing you to become a cricket umpire, and you're seriously considering it. Honestly, that is a possible career that I never thought of, and maybe while you have the opportunity, you can solve some murder mysteries in quaint little English villages. I say go for it, Luke. Everybody needs a hobby, or at least, an interesting part-time job like that. And that's a 1-0 on this at-bat for Carrasco. McNeil gets back to the warning track. And that will hold all the runners. Let me make sure that I've got this. Yeah, they definitely got another hit. But that first one was a walk, so that doesn't count. Oh yeah, and I gotta imagine there's probably like some local games that you can, get some experience in. Anybody looking for an umpire for the game of cricket? Off-target pitch in the middle. Start that count. 0-1. 1-0. Forgive me. I know. I think the sex spots just they don't come out again until winter, when they think that the ad revenue is at the highest. Segura up right now, lined out in his first at-bat. Count is 1-1. Pitch number 60. Curving inside and high. 2-1. Hey. The only reason that I would really want to see the sex spots come back, Luke, is just to see if they've gotten creative in their pitches. What are they trying to sell me? And a double play ends up saving the inning for the Mets. Woo. That was a nice play. It hopped right over the pitcher's mound, and it had to be shovel passed from a glove to the shortstop in order to get the Mets out of that inning where they could have lost even more ground to the Marlins. Don't worry, Sean. I am sure your opportunity will come. It can sometimes be a little bit of a race, but I'm kind of getting to the point where I'm comfortable letting you guys have first crack at all of the sexual robotic monsters, if we want to use their full official title. No. By this time, they've already knocked up the hot single girls over New Year's and are now already arranging their weddings so that their strictly religious parents don't get mad at them. Hey, Monty. How's it looking out there? You want to come say hi to the people? They miss you. Not even a one? Really? Oh yeah, no, they're after a lot of practice, the fingers get pretty fast. Oh yeah, it'll happen. Yeah, that was still a nice play by the infield. Lobbed from the glove, barehanded by the shortstop, and then out to first to complete the double play. Start that count on the at-bat for Kana with a strike from Garrett. Now it is 49th pitch. And that'll be a ball, though. Oh, Marte, who had a collision with an opposing player's knee during a stolen base attempt, is now out of the game. Whew. Let's hope that it's not a serious injury. Currently at 3-1. The first at bat in the bottom of the fourth, and that put the count up to 3-2. Okay, so the official first word on Marte, who was the guy I mentioned before, who collided with the third baseman's knee during the base steal attempt, they're listing it as a net. Hopefully, be nothing more than that. Takes another cut, another ball fouled away. Now get bounced down to the third baseman. Easy throw across the diamond to get the first out of the bottom of the fourth. And the players are hanging out in the dugout, spitting out the sunflower seed shells, as is tradition. First pitch to McNeil is in the dirt, 1-0. Yeah, I know it was a nice play, guys. That's the sixth time we've seen it during this inning alone. As a low dart, 2-0. Wow. Yeah, once you get used to seeing them, and know what to look for, it's pretty easy to get them real quick. And meanwhile, that is the walk to get things started after after a successful ground out to begin the bottom of the fourth. And now we're gonna argue over a possible pitch clock violation. I don't know what all the pointing is, but we do at least know that we have a strike. That's all we know so far. Oh, he's saying it was because Escobar wasn't ready to hit. Alright, so it's officially 1-1 after all that nonsense. Who the fuck knows anymore? Yeah, that's the thing. In the batter's box, an alert, that is such a judgment call that we could honestly see people arguing on both sides in order to avoid getting their pitchers an automatic ball. Counts currently 1-2. Floated in, but not in the appropriate way. 2-2. That one will get fouled away by Escobar. 2-2 still. Oh, and now we're getting like the 70s Soul Train picture composition with the shot clock in between the pitcher and the hitter. Oh my god, that one stayed fair. Looks like we're going to get a run scored for the Mets. Oh, no. Stopping him up at second and third now. Whew. Ah, somebody's inspecting the playlist, I see. We start this at bat. 1-0. Runners in second and third now. And now we'll dive into the dirt. 2-0 for Alvarez. Has got Francisco Alvarez recently got called up, got an RBI single. Oh shoot, I forgot to plug in my whatchamacallit. There we go. Big cut by Alvarez will miss 2-2. And another big cut, and he goes down swinging. Damn. Now they don't need to worry about the runners on second and third. They just have to hope for some sort of grounder in the infield. And LeCastro will foul one at the plate for an 0-1 count to begin. He struck out his first time up. And the Marlins may be able to escape an inning again with Mets in scoring position. Thankfully, the catcher's able to trap that one before it can escape. Becomes 1-1. And just so y'all know, probably going to have to take a pause for the cause between these innings because you never buy beer. You only rent it. And I'll just leave it at that. Oh, fantastic. And just as I do, the stream froze. Awesome. 2-2, and he strikes it out to get out of the inning. Once again, the Mets stranding people on base. Oh, wait. Sorry, they're just showing the old at bats because I had to switch and now I'm behind again. It'll be hilarious as hell if this stream stops at the exact same place that the other one did. We have about 10 seconds to find out if that's just how it's going for today. Garrett already has over 70 pitches, and he's just in the bottom of the fourth. I think he's going to have an early exit for the day. Holy crap, De La Cruz running in like a madman to get that one in shallow left field. And the Marlins escape without losing any more runs. Yeah, nope, that was a fantastic catch. Slid just got his glove underneath the ball. Woo! Oh, that was nice. That was real nice. And meanwhile, I am going to take a little pause for the cause. And another stupid sports show will return with more from the Mets and Marlins right after this. Hey, at least that silence wasn't during a stupid streaming show this time. And hello, Sticks. I hope you're doing well today. We've gotten both cats on stream today. I consider it a successful Sunday so far. And the Marlins are beating the Mets 3-1. And the Mets have been stranding a lot of runners on base. With some good pitching by Garrett, their starter for the day. That's going to be a slightly deep single into right field. That is another hit for the Marlins. Oh, now as Chisholm is coming up. Let's see if he is going to get thrown out of this game. First disengagement of the bat to keep the runner close to the bag. Oh, damn, and the dude didn't even have that great of a leap. As a stolen base, runner at second, and the count is 2-0 for Chisholm. And look, somebody's on the phone in the Mets dugout. I wonder who they're calling. Perhaps they're updating their subscription at the Columbia House Record Club. There's the Homer announcers insisting that that was a tag. Meanwhile, we get the first called strike of the at-bat for Chisholm, who's 1 for 2, had a single and 2 stolen bases during his first go-around, and then got into an argument with the umpire. And Chisholm will knock that one the other way for a base hit. It is now 4-1 Miami. Oh yeah, that's Monty singing the song of his people back there. Because I will not let him go outside to beat up the ferals. A deep cut by Cooper gets fouled away. And count it 0-1. And now they're bitching about the colors of people's shoes and what college they are associated at. Don't you love the in-depth commentary that professional broadcasters bring? Oh my God, Cooper just knocked it out of the park. Oh my God, it is 6-1 Marlins in the 5th inning. Holy crap. Well. Yep. Yeah, we're getting low Mets. They have the celebratory whatnot that gets hung around people's necks now. The big Marlins medallion that looks like you could definitely cave somebody's head in with it if you swung it hard enough. Oh, 3-1 Boston? Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're leading the Tigers, the bottom of the 7th. And Pirates are still beating my White Sox 1-0, bottom of the 6th. That cut will send it foul the opposite direction into left field, and Steven Nogosek is warming up in the bullpen for the Mets. He has got a classic mustache if I've ever seen it. That pitch is inside and low. Count is now at 1-1. That's another ball in the dirt. 2-1. Well, yeah, we could say it's getting yikes, but also the Mets blew a number of opportunities to get people across the home plate. They've stranded more than a few batters during this game. As a pop out to left field, by the way, we have the second out recorded of the inning. And there's De La Cruz. Got a 3-run homer in the first. Walked his previous time up, and now what will he do? Take what I thought should have been a strike and get a ball. Okay. I guess that is certainly an option. Even with ideal catcher placement, that one is still a ball. 2-0. Easy swing that will be chopped foul. 2-1 now. Pitch number 82 for Carrasco on 2-1 count. It will be inside. 3-1. Oh, yeah. Now the homer announcer is insisting that there was an out on that stolen base. They're not going to let this go. Very inside. And that's another walk for Carrasco, and they are going to yank him. All right, folks. I would recommend you pop yourself a beer and take a moment because we got to have another pitcher warm up for the Mets. So we're going to have some time to relax. And while we do that, we might as well check out the other scores. As they stand right now, Phillies are up 4-2 over the Reds in the bottom of the 6th. The Rays are doing Tampa Bay things and beating the Athletics 8-0, bottom of the 6th. Yankees over the Orioles 4-0. Mariners still 2-1 over the Guardians. Brewers have taken the lead over the Cardinals 2-1. In strange defiance of what should be lull Cardinals win. It's the top of the 3rd, and the Rangers are leading the Cubs 4-2. Hopefully, Greg Abbott won't have to deport any of the Cubs players today. Astros are currently leading the Twins 2-1 in the top of the 5th. Excuse me for a moment. Woo. There we go. And as an apology for y'all having to hear that disgusting noise that came out of my face, I'll take the time to mention that today's broadcast of another stupid sports show is brought to you in part by chicken flavored crackers. Tastes just enough like chicken to fool a cat. And as always, just like everything on 1069 Click FM, it is brought to you by the power of duck. I'm going to start this at bat with a 1-0 count. Negosic out on the mound now. Mason Gurriel, this is a chopper up the middle. That'll be an easy force at second to end the inning. And it is officially 6-1 in the middle of the fifth. We are officially halfway through the game because we're going to have to go to the bottom of the ninth. Mets are playing at home today. If we're going to see this come to a conclusion, unless there is a major earthquake and the entire Mets dugout that gets swallowed by a sinkhole. But we can't be that optimistic this early in the season. All right, base is empty. We have gotten our third out. And there we go. Aw, very nice. Aw, they really want me to buy Spectrum Internet. You're so crazy. No. Well, we always got to give it up for the power of duck, which I promise will be returning this April. And next week, we return to Grand Theft Auto. Not this coming week, but the following week. Okay, yeah, so that'll be yeah, beginning the 17th. I'm weird because I always consider the Monday night stupid streaming show to be the end of the week and my weekend to be Tuesday and Wednesday, but yes. That is the week that I am talking about, Luke. You have got it correct. Update the hits so it's done correctly, and just like that, the Mets add another one with a single up the middle. Those new shift rules adding to the number of hits that are going up the top of the diamond. Base hit. I'm glad you're here. You're still having fun with it, True North. It's always nice when those older games hold up in some way or another. All right, first with one out, and Garrett is still on the mound. And Guillorme is up to bat. I believe he got a single last time he was up there. Oh, 0-1. Forgive me. That's a lofting little curve that drops on the inside. It'll be 1-1. That'll be a crack to the left. We get the first one. And damn. Oh, they only were able to get one. So, we'll still have a runner on first, but just one out after that. The music is what makes the game. The story is okay and the gameplay is meh. The music is God tier. Oh yeah, I mean, at the very least, I think we could credit the Grand Theft Auto series for providing opportunities for music to reach a new audience that they wouldn't have expected before. I go back to my example of Giorgio Moroder for the for all of the music from Scarface that ended up in Grand Theft Auto 3. Nice play it, backhanding it, and we'll get the second out. The fans are not happy about that, even though they do get a runner advance to second. Oh yeah, there is some MJ in the playlist this week. Oh. Whew. Oh. Oh, Leif. Oh, Leif. I still very clearly remember when Michael Jackson passed. The Mets have scored, by the way, on a loop single to center, 6-2. But the day that Michael Jackson passed, I swear, downtown, just about anybody who was everybody was cranking up their speakers in their car, all to the same radio station that was doing a marathon of his best hits. And it was like the whole city was listening to Michael Jackson together. You know? And even for everything that he had been through and his odd behavior and the lawsuits, the surgery, the drugs, you know, the memes that we ended up making of his face and everything. We could not help but respect the performer. We could not help it. All right, we're currently looking at a 1-1 count on Kanha, who's back up to bat. Kanha, forgive me. Oh, by the way, hello, Colleen. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well today. Are you a Mets fan by chance? Because I'm not sure how the lines divide in New York as far as upstate when it comes to baseball fandom, or do you all just go for the Blue Jays? Oh, now we got people warming up in the Marlins bullpen as well. Oh boy, we've got one going way back. It'll be played off the wall. It should at least be advancement to third. And that will be a official double. And the Rays are now up 9-0. Well, the universe finds way to keep us humble, and sometimes that way is giving Tampa Bay more success than they deserve, you know, being in Florida and all. All right, well, we got somebody coming out to the mound. Is this going to be a pitching change? And now the pitching change has happened. We'll have to wait, and Leif informs me that because of the strength of the opponents that the Rays have had, he is not impressed. I did not know that. Thank you for that information, Leif. Oh yeah, no. From somebody who lived in Chicago for many years, Colleen, I understand completely. As soon as the sun comes out, the shorts get worn, and all the outdoor drinking comes up. Festivals around on almost every block. You know, once you get that opportunity to go outside again, people will take it no matter what. Meanwhile, I'm going to take another little quick pause for the cause. And another stupid sports show. We'll be right back. Honestly, Luke, I would not ask why it has been trending. It has just been an amalgamation of stupid all week with those subjects. It is probably not even worth your energy. Alright, now we got the new pitcher in, and they have worked themselves into a 3-0 account against McNeil. So, yeah. They will just walk him, and it will be bases loaded. Just as they planned it. There's a dart that crosses the plate in exactly the wrong way. Escobar is back up. He got a double last time he was up. Struck out the first at bat. Here's the 1-0. And it'll be an unassisted, repeat, unassisted out at third to end the inning. And once again, a whole bunch of runners for the Mets get stranded on base, and they're only able to make a minor dent in the Marlins' lead. Things starting to not look good for, Do the Mets have another name? I know the Yankees have the Bronx Bombers, but I don't know if the Mets have an equivalent name like that. Yeah, I still gotta I'm still in the process of organizing all of these collections of scenes, and some of the basketball stuff still gets mixed in with the baseball stuff. Hopefully someday that will all be taken care of, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's 10-0 Rays. Why is it 10-0 Rays? The Cardinals are losing 2-1. The Astros are up 4-1. In other scores, Rangers are beating the Cubs 5-2, so that's something anyway. Nationals Rockies are still knotted up at 0. And the Brewers leading the Cardinals 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Fucking bums. Just put your own Bud Light joke in there. It's okay. Anyway, we're back to an empty field here in the top of the 6th. Mets keep racking up the hits, but the runs, not so much. A swing and a miss for the first pitch of the 6th inning. Strike 1. An opposite hit single over. Nice job to lead off the 6th inning for the Marlins. Let me make sure that I remember to get that. Segura is up. Now he has a line out and whatever a GIDP is. Oh, grounded into double play. Okay, that makes more sense. This is going to be a fly all the way out to the warning track. No advancement on the bases, and that is the first out. Nick Forte is up now. He's 0 for 2 groundouts so far this game. So what do we start with? We start with the pickoff attempt. That is the first disengagement of the bat for those of you who are keeping score on these things. Remember, they get 2 of those, and if the next one doesn't get an out, then it is considered a balk. Good placement by the catcher to get a strike. Next pitch will get fouled away. 0-2. And a strike to get a K for the second out. And now they're going on about the Padres' payroll and how they've spent a lot of money as a smaller market team. Of course, it's nowhere close to the Mets' payroll, obviously. But, you know. Gotta take that moment to humble brag just a little bit. Want to know on Birdie? And that's one's high, 2-0. That one gets fouled off, though. 2-1. And the Bucks have officially finished the regular season 58-24, informs. Ended it with a loss to the Raptors, but hey, all the seeds were pretty much set in the East anyway. Called strike. 2-2. Easy stolen base for the Marlins. They're willing to let that one go because their pitcher has been doing pretty well here in the 6th inning, making quick order of the Marlins lineup. As a called strike 3. So that will take us to the middle of the 6th. And the Mets have to make another effort to get back into this game and hopefully not strand as many runners as they have in previous innings. Meanwhile, I have to look for a stream that actually works. I figured as much, Luke, that y'all were going to be just playing your bench today to give the starters a chance to rest. It's the end of the season. I'm pretty sure that the 76ers were doing the same thing. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody who is seeds 1 through 4 in the current playoff standings right now rested all of their starters. Out of pure curiosity, let's see how the other games have gone. Pacers have come back to climb on top of the Knicks, 136-131, under a minute to go in that game. Bulls finished off the Pistons, 103-81. 76ers beat the Brooklyn Nets, 134-105. Hornets took care of business against the Cavaliers, 106-95. Celtics finished off the Hawks, 120-114. The Rockets came back to defeat the Wizards, 114-109. And the Heat defeated the Magic, 123-110. Well, as I mentioned, all the important games are starting at 2:30 this afternoon, which is, about now, as my signal dies again. Internet. How fun you are at all times. Yes, yes, yes. And now they're giving us updates about how the Rays are spanking the Athletics 10-0. And we already have an out in the bottom of the 6th. Looks like we might have a new pitcher in as well, because I do not recognize the name Scott. Unless I just wasn't paying attention during the last inning. Oh, nice grab at the outside corner, making the count 1-1 on LoCastro, who is 0 for 2 today. Check swing. Does not. And it goes 1-2. That pitch gets fouled off to the left side. Still 1-2. Remember, everybody, we are rooting for the Clippers today so that I can get my Kings Warriors series to focus on for the first round of the playoffs. That's the only thing I'm asking for today. I'm not even going to wear the cursed Michigan hat to screw with the results. Yeah, I know. Curses don't exist, but just so that y'all can't yell at me for unduly influencing the games in some way. I already get you all screwing with me enough. 1-2 counting out of Castro. 15th pitch for Scott, and gets him on the pitch in the dirt. Strike out number 2. Yeah, I like the green Michigan hat too. Oh yeah, no, you would never do that, Colleen, never. Kip, it's going well. I'm having fun watching this game. The Mets, they may be down 6-2, but they have been getting hit after hit and essentially abandoning players on base. 0-2 now. And, yeah. We just been hanging out, taking in, the last regular season NBA games, the beginning of MLB. That'll be a bloop single into right field. Easy catch. End of the inning. I understand, Kip. Make sure you ask everybody how many Lincoln Logs they found in their sock drawer this morning. And Boston, Sean informs me, is still leading 4-1. Oh, he's not lying either. They are beating the Tigers in the middle of the 9th. So the Tigers are going to have to mount a major comeback if they want to get things done here. The White Sox still have not scored against the Pirates. 1-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Orioles finally got on the board. They now only trail the Yankees by 2. Cardinals only trail the Brewers by 1 in the top of the 5th. Astros over the Twins 4-1. Rangers still leading the Cubs 5-2 at the end of the 4th. And the National and Rockies are still scoreless in the top of the 2nd. Meanwhile, we're waiting for all of the afternoon NBA games to start up their slates, so no real updates yet to give you. Oh, Mexi is at that game? Cool. Hey, Mexi! Yo! Enjoy the game! Hopefully he heard that. I mean, there aren't a lot of mountains out here, so there's a chance that the sound got through. Alright, we just finished the middle of the 6th. I completely forgot to rearrange all of these inning things during the past week. I gotta make a better note to do that somewhere. Alright, yeah, let's do that here on the big dry erase board that suddenly doesn't seem to have an eraser anymore. Huh. Okay. And get things started in the top of the 7th with a called strike. Chisholm and Jazz Chisholm is back up to bat. Another called strike for him, 0-2. He is 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, 2 runs, a run batted, and 2 stolen bases. It's coming along, and I love how Jazz teased like he was about to throw his bat, like he assumed he was automatically going to get struck out. He's having fun out there. Another one in the dirt. 1-2. And now Jazz Chisholm is just making all the fun stretches to passively aggressively fuck with the umpire. I love this. I'm realizing, John, that a lot of things that we would consider bingo spaces are pretty damn rare, so I'm going to have to get pretty fucking basic if I want us to have some exciting bingo games for MLB. And I think I'll be able to do it. It's just that I'm going to have to pare things down in ways that I didn't expect to before that high one gets called as a ball. Even Chisholm is surprised by that. 3-2 now. No outs, beginning of the top of the 7th. Negosic finds his pitch with 2 seconds left. He begins his motion. And once again, Chisholm thought he was getting walked. He gets a called strike. Oh no, did he just get tossed? Well, I think Chisholm just got tossed. Yeah, the Homer announcers are insisting it was a strike outside corner knees. He's been testing me all day. He's lucky he's still in there. I am not shocked, John. I am not shocked to find out that they have baseball bingo on it. You know, as I thought about it, I thought, it's pretty sad that we have to create our own entertainment to get through these games that are supposed to be entertainment. But then they just go and admit it themselves that they've created such a boring product that they have to put a game within the game in order to keep us interested in the game. And it's 11-0 Rays. Everything is awful. Everything sucks when you play around here. Into the corner, that will be a stand-up double. Never mind. I thought we were at 2 outs. We were only at 1. Forgive me. Rays, I suppose so, but considering who they have played, which Leifin for me hasn't been anyone particularly special, I'm waiting to see how the rest of the season goes before I anoint the Rays the AL champions. That is a heater right up the middle, called strike 1. On that at bat to Arias, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run registered. That pitch gets away on the outside corner. 1-1. That one drops low, 2-1. I think they accidentally switched audio tracks because I can no longer hear the stupid announcers. The game is so much better now. Nope, never mind. Engagement number 1. Oh, they just keep cutting them out. They're having technical difficulties. Meanwhile, the Brewers are now up 3-1 on the Cards. Let's see, what inning are they in? Okay, bottom of the 5th. The Cards still got some time. Oh my god, they missed the easy throw to first. So now we've got runners at the corners with 1 out. There it is, past the mound, and a good effort by the second baseman to pick that one up. But just brought his glove up a little too quickly to get that catch in at first. And now we have another runner in scoring position for Miami. And A dude in a Mets shirt now making a walk out to the mound again. Currently at 1 out, by the way. Mets down by 4. They are steadily running out of time with all of the runners that they have stranded on base so far this game. I think it's got to be at least 8 or 9 by now. They cannot afford to lose any more ground. And why are the Nationals up 2-0? Why are... De La Cruz gets a bloop single out to center. And it'll be a sac fly that gets another run in for the Marlins. I tried to convince the ball that the batter had left early, but they say no, the run does count. 7-2 Marlins in the top of the 7th. 2 outs out. Gurriel now up. He's 1 for 3 with a single today. And we had a bench-clearing brawl between the Pirates and the Red Sox. Oh, thank you, Chicago. Never change. First at-bat would be a called strike on Gurriel. And that one will go foul off the hands of a fan and back in play. I might have, Birch. I've only had a bowl of cereal today, and I am on my second Screw City lager. I've never pretended to be a heavyweight when it comes to drinking. We'll have another pitch, cracked foul. Yankees are beating the Orioles 5-2. All is right with the world. The more pain Peter Angelos is in, the happier we all are. Nagosic getting up there in the pitches in relief. Now we up to number 33. And that one misses away. 1-2. And of course, the most hard-hit balls, according to their speedometer, have been done by the Marlins today, with one Mets player included to make themselves feel better. Have another pitch fouled away and back, 1-2 still. And before I forget, I know I say this, and especially for something like baseball, which is already a hard sell, everybody who is here today, thank you for being here, just hanging out, whatever you're doing, whether it's actually taking in the game, updating on scores, or just, trying to avoid spending time with your family, all of which are respectable things to do on a Sunday. I appreciate that you're here and that the rest of your weekend goes smoothly. Oh yeah, Leif, I saw that. He decided to mouth off about another called strike and then got immediately tossed. Now be a pop fly out to center field to end the top of the 7th. Hopefully the Mets can make this interesting. Well, have they even completed a couple rounds in the Masters? Like, they've had weather delay after weather delay after weather delay out there. I didn't know if they were actually going to finish the damn tournament at this rate. Or are they just cutting it short for the sake of, let's just get it over with and go home? We're not going to stick around to tailor the jacket for everybody. They're actually on the final round? Well, they must really want to go home. or they're sick of answering questions about why they still have limited membership, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, nope. Things you can tell it's baseball season because we're going through the Screw City loggers faster than I anticipated. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I like to think that the Donald Glover series, Atlanta, is ending finally, just because they're sick of giving money to the film commission out there in Georgia. But, you know. Oh no, the golfers are coming up in your area, Colleen? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Nope. But I'm not encouraging you to go sneak out onto the course and steal their drives. But it would be kind of funny. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely, 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 Luke. Fuck Woodrow Wilson. Not with my dick, though, but with something else that maybe approximates, maybe merely suggests, or gives the faint resemblance to a dick. And Jazz Chisholm's sub is now in at center field. We are officially in the bottom of the seventh, because they have finished the seventh inning stretch, and whatever song they decide to play at Met Stadium. Over in the Orioles for the seventh inning stretch, it's John Denver's "Thank God I'm a Country Boy," which they do after the requisite singing of "Take Me All to the Ball Game, Leave My Kids by the Beer Stand." Oh, damn. They're up to 9 hits now. Start with a count of 1-0. Garrett Hampson out in center field now. Honestly, True North, I am willing to believe that. I have a feeling it's the same kind of vibe one would get when you go to Wrigley Field. That is just beers, tourist traps, and alcoholism. All the strip clubs they don't put up there, though. They got to make it kid-friendly. In case you're wondering, all the strip clubs are either to the west or the south of what is properly considered Chicago downtown. But you didn't hear it from me. Wait, what's going on here? They already got a meeting on the mound. Apparently, the pitcher has injured himself after 3 pitches. Chargois has only thrown 3 pitches and then injured himself in relief. And they will let him out, and he tweaked something in his back. It looks like one of those early lots of hills and fog, and then occasional villages that appear out of nowhere when the weather is right and everybody's singing and dancing, and then no, wait, that was something else. Never mind. We got another pitching change, folks, so I'm going to take another pause for the cause, and another stupid sports show. We will return soon with what remains of the Mets and the Marlins. Currently 7-2 Marlins in the top of the seventh, bottom of the seventh. Silliness abounds, folks. Alright, and with that, we will officially get back as whoever is next will be warming up on the mound, and the Homer announcers relive the past glories of the 1980s. Well, let's, just out of curiosity, let's check to see how your Twins are doing. Are they even? Oh, yeah, they're still down to the Astros 4-1 mid-7th. Sorry about that, Monty. Then again, I'm not sure if you are a Twins fan yet. You might just be Vikings, and for the most part, he might just be here and not really paying attention to what's going on. But, oh. Angie decided to stop in and give a stern warning to Monty about being in her space. Oh yeah, she's standing guard by the door now. Things are serious. God, you could hear the bitterness as the announcer read that M&M's ad read. Wow. Oh, that was hilarious. I, on the other hand, have absolutely no problem thanking our sponsors, which today include chicken-flavored crackers, Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company, and, as always, the Power of Duck, which, programming note, will be returning this month. There's a lot of people wearing bunny ears. That just informs me, to no surprise, that they are all horny as fuck and they can't wait to get out of this so they can pretend that they haven't sinned in years. Got a 1-0 count to Lindor so far at this at-bat. Floro now in. Fastball is a little too high, 2-0. That's a nice pitch up in the... And he makes him reach for it on a low pitch, 2-2. Floro not wasting a lot of time here. Oh, except for now when Allen sails up, full count now for Lindor. Oh, Tiger Woods faked an injury to leave earlier? Yeah, you know. He was so far behind, I wasn't even sure he was going to make the cut. That pitch gets fouled off, still 3-2. Still 7-2 in the bottom of the seventh. Mets have stranded a number of runners on base. I'll look up exactly how many at the end of this, because I lost track of all my dry erase markers, so I wasn't able to do proper scorekeeping. Plantar fasciitis. Oh, no, that was the injury that I always feared in my years of dog walking, just because I knew I would have been completely fucked if I got that. That'll be a strikeout for the second out of the inning. And McElroy missed the cut? Damn. Of course it's cold, you morons. They're a Miami team and you're up in New York. It doesn't really start to be spring up at this latitude until about mid-May. And then it only happens for 3 days and then skips on to summer. We're at 1-1, by the way. I mean, I know you guys are hardcore New York fans, but, you know, there's something to be said for a little bit of perspective about the environments that the other teams come from. Oh, no. Alonso is 1 for 3 today, by the way. RBI single in the 5th inning. As a high ball. Officially 2-2. Strike 3 called, and that gets them out of the inning. Whew. And the fans don't care. They're immediately, I think, standing up and cheering for a t-shirt gun. That's the only reason I can expect why so many of them would get up at the same time and be waving at nothing that's going on the field. All right. Move things on to the top of the 8th. We're nearly there, folks. We are nearly there. I think we're still at 9 hits apiece. Hopefully I'll be able to catch the box score next time that comes around, but I think that's where we are. Now, have the late NBA games gotten started? They kind of have. Okay. So far, all these games are in the first quarter. Finishing it up, really. Pelicans over the Timberwolves, 24-13. Grizzlies and Thunder tied at 17. Suns over the Clippers, 28-17. You're not helping me, Phoenix. Spurs beating the Mavericks, 33-10. Considering the fall that the Mavericks apparently have taken this season. Not too surprising. Kings beating the Nuggets, 29-18. Lakers over the Jazz, 29-20. And the Warriors over the Trailblazers, 52-25. You can't give me a little help, Clippers. Just a little bit of help. Well, that'll teach me to hope for exciting things in the NBA. Sanchez is now up for the Marlins, still facing Negligible. He's about to hit his 38th pitch, which will be a high ball. 2-0. We have and he's coming in for somebody left with hamstring soreness. And that one misses as well, 3-0. All right, final score, Tampa Bay 11, Oakland nothing. Oh. Boston officially beats Detroit 4-1, by the way, and that first at bat will result in a walk. That first pitch floats in there for a strike against Segura. A grounder down the third base line. They will be able to get it at second easily, but cannot turn the double play. And a smattering of applause. There is much rejoicing. Yay! Yay! Win-loss record for Mets and Marlins this season. Last I checked, I believe the Marlins were 5-2, and the Mets, forgive me, are 5-2, and the Marlins were about the opposite. Yeah, okay, forgive me, we're further along than I thought. Mets are currently 5-4. Marlins are currently 3-6. Big hack on that one. 0-2 count now. As Fortes, who hasn't had a great day, he's 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. Got the 0-2 pitch coming now. 45th pitch of Negligible for in relief. That one will fall low for 1-2 count. What do we got going now? 1-2 pitch. Number 46 out of Negligible. That one falls low as well. 2-2. Oh yeah, and the bitching continues about the number of divisional opponents that you face during the week versus interleague games. And Toronto at Angels is underway in the first. Thank you, True North, for the update. 2-2, called strike. Another K for Negligible in relief. Wow. Yeah, that was some good placement by the catcher to get something that looked like it was a bit far off the corner. And meanwhile, we're going to have an attempt at stealing third as well when that play was overthrown. So now we've got a runner on third. Mets, you just keep doing it to yourselves. I don't even have to try. You just provide the entertainment for me. And so far, nothing in the top of the first between the Blue Jays and the Angels. That's got to be a good start. Rangers now leading the Cubs 8-2, by the way. That pitch will float high, make the count 1-1 on Bertie, who's 1 for 3 with a stolen base today. Pitch number 50 for Negosic. Little bit of heat, 94 miles per hour, and Bertie whiffs on it for 1-2. Apparently, this is the most runs that the Marlins have scored this year. So, celebration. That one will get fouled back. We wait again. The Warriors just broke an NBA record for most points scored in the first. Let's, do I want to know how many they scored? Oh, God. They're just trying to make an example of the Trailblazers, and the big cut by Bertie will end the 9th inning with another K. They strand a runner at third, but they still have a 5-run lead over the Mets going into the bottom of the 8th. So, all right, you bums, get it together. You've only got 6 outs left. 55. Ugh. Ugh. I'm gonna give my friggin' ears a break from listening to nothing during all those commercials. Oh, that's better. Much better. Oh. While we're here, we'll check on the Suns are beating the Clippers 31-23. Great. Spurs spanking the Mavericks in the second quarter 45-19. The Grizzlies and Thunder locked up very close in the second quarter 29-28. End of the first quarter between Pelicans and Timberwolves, it's 30-18. Lakers leading the Jazz by 11 with 11:16 to go in the second. And Kings still holding sway over the Nuggets at the end of their first quarter, 43-26. Oh, bless your heart. Still no score registering in the Blue Jays, Angels, or the Royals, Giants so far. But then again, Royals, Giants just started. They're in the top of the first. Oh, at a certain point, the Mets registered an error. Don't know when that happened. And Kana 2-3 up at bat. He's currently working an 0-1 count. This will be a high fly ball, easily caught in center field for the first out of the 8th. Woo. Well, good control by the catcher on that one, holding on to the ball. Right on the inside corner, 0-1. This is McNeil up again, who has been making trouble for the Marlins pitchers all day. Second pitch is in the dirt, 1-1. Klay Thompson has become only the third guy to score 300 threes in a season. Oof. And the Brewers are up 3-1 over the Cards in the bottom of the 7th. So is it one of those another team has to lose out and the Flames have to win everything? True North, like the other teams can't even get an overtime or a shootout. They just have to hope that they get absolutely smothered. And we have another pop fly for the Mets. This one will go left, and it gets dropped! Be a bloop single out to second for McNeil. And it's De La Cruz. It looks like, yeah, he just lost it somewhere in the sun. And yeah, if you can't hear cars passing by in the background, I have all my windows open. It's a beautiful day here today. I'm taking advantage. Harden the bum had it done once, and Steph Curry did it 4 times. Not too surprising. Now pitch gets a little bit away from Floro. 1-0 to begin against Eduardo Escobar's 1 for 3 today with a double. Checks back on McNeil, and this one will get lifted, but a quick rush in to get that out and send Escobar to the dugout. McNeil will stay at second, and coming up now, as Floro prepares to deliver his 23rd pitch in relief, is Alvarez, 1 for 3 today. And nice one sinking down the middle. Strike 1. Second pitch, fouled off, 0-2. Floro doing a good job of not giving McNeil a lot of time to even take a lead. He's looking back, and almost a second after he has his head turned forward, he's got it in. Called strike to end the 8th. Dang. The Mets strand another one. We are now into the top of the 9th. And the Marlins just effectively embarrassing the Mets here on this glorious Sunday afternoon. Oh boy, the Brewers got a home run, and it's now 4-1. Of course, Luke is happy about that, but still a long season ahead of us, John. Who knows what's going to happen? Yeah. I'm not sure. This feels much more like a failure on the Mets or the success of the Marlins pitching squad because of how many runners the Mets have left on base in scoring position. But yeah, so far their record and their current are they currently in first in the Oh, no, they're second in the NL East, one behind the Braves, who are currently 6-3. So yeah, I am not very impressed by the 5-4 record that the New York Mets have garnered to start this season. All right, let's see if anything particularly stupid has happened since I last looked at the NBA. Yeah, White Sox officially lose to the Pirates 1-0. Reds took care of the Phillies 6-4. Yankees over the Orioles 5-3. Mariners are now tied with the Guardians in the top of the 10th. 3-3. Astros still leading the Twins 4-1. Top of the 8th. Mid-7th. Rangers over the Cubs 8-2. Nationals over the Rockies 2-1. The bottom of the 4th. And the Royals and the Giants and Blue Jays Angels are still scoreless in the 1st. Dodgers have taken a 1-0 lead over the Diamondbacks in the 1st, however, so at least there's something happening there. And oh my god, Marlins got an error. We're having all sorts of fun today. First pitch from Dennis Santana in this inning is a ball. This will be a little dinky little grounder. Easy catch by the third base will throw out Hampson at first. There we are. Oh, welcome, Tim. I see your Red Sox got another victory today. Get the trivia out there, and holy crap, the Angels now have a 3-0 lead over the Jays thanks to a home run. Pitching to Cooper, who is 2 for 4 today, also had himself a home run earlier that just added to the lead. Called strike 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. A little high and away. 1-2. Santana wasting no time. Ready to pitch again. And it's a little chopper that will get picked up and an unassisted play from the pitcher to end the inning. We now head to the bottom of the 9th. Mets have to make up a 5-run deficit if they don't want to be embarrassed today. And currently, someone with the last name of Puck is warming up in the Marlins bullpen. Oh, we're only at the 2nd out. Forgive me. I will catch up one day. That one looked very inside, but the umpire is still calling it a strike. I guess they want to add some drama to this finish too. Arias at bat now is 1 for 3 today. And that single will get bobbled by the shortstop and does not make it in time. And somebody in the Mets dugout hangs up the phone. I'm wondering if that's going to be charged as an error or a hit because it bounced off his glove. And I'm pretty sure that the Homer announcers are saying that that was an out as well, even though the runner caught them by a good half a step. Yeah. Oh, we're still in the top of the 9th. I just clicked the wrong menu. I need to rearrange that to have it make sense for myself. We're now at a 1-1 count. When was the first ever NHL game played? Hello, Pizzle. I'm going to say it was on November 26th, 1917. B. Count now be 1 and 2. De La Cruz is up to bat. He's the one who got that home run in the first inning, and now he's going to get a little single out to left field. That will advance the runner to second. Can they make life harder for the Mets? Here in the 9th inning, the Brewers are up on the Cardinals 6-1. And Gurriel is up again. 1 for 4 today. Will take a called strike to begin things at this at-bat. That one flows to the inside. 1-1. All right, they're already advertising the Honda Sports Night. I think they've given up on this one. Even with the catcher's assist, they cannot get the strike. 2-1. Pitch number 16 from Santana. As a called strike, 2-2. Santana getting set up. The delivery in the dirt. We have a full count again. Mets dugout does not look like they're having a lot of fun at the moment. Will that change after this pitch? Oh, that one goes in the dirt, and it is a walk. Bases loaded. I think I need to put the earphones back in, just in case something absolutely horrible happens next. I want to get all the misery I can from the New York announcers. Oh yeah, there are a lot more empty seats out there in Shea Stadium, named for the Cuba Gorilla leader Shea Stadium. It was D, and that would be December 19th, 1917. All right, this is Sanchez, who is 1 for 1 since coming in to replace an injured player. Swing on the first pitch. 0-1. And another cut underneath, 0-2. Cardinals have finally gotten out of the inning, informs John Jay. And now they've got a heck of a deficit to make up against the Brewers. Oh God, they're quoting old radio shows now. They're quoting The Shadow. That should tell you how really bored these announcers are and how old they are. I only know because they did a movie version of The Shadow that came out when I was a teenager, but oh man. Oh wow. Heading toward the bottom of the ninth, Marlins strand 3 in what might be their final at bat of the game. But then again, they've been able to do a good job of controlling the Mets. Why is this? I thought I had changed that. For crying out. All right, that's better. The Canadiens beat the original Ottawa Senators 7-4, and later that night, the Montreal Wanderers beat the Toronto Hockey Club 10-9. They weren't even the Leafs back then, huh? Hey. All right, the total is now 11 hits for the Marlins. And yep, I definitely did not account for double digits when I was making this scoreboard. Oh really, the Mets are up to 11 hits as well? Oh. Yep, everybody is quickly exiting, and oh yeah, even the production guys are bored because they're experimenting with the slow fades now as they're transitioning all these scenes. They must have somebody new or an intern working the video fader. AJ Puk now coming on to close out the game. Hopefully we'll be able to get the save. There's a bullet right below the knees, but apparently just high enough to be a called strike. Yeah. Hey, I might have missed something, John. I just have to assume that I do at this point. That'll be another heater just outside 1-1. They cannot recover that bobble at third base, and it'll be a single, possibly an error, depending on how they decide to score that. And both teams had somebody score 5 goals for them on that opening night. Yeah, officially scored as an error on the Marlins. We'll start with an inside slider to Pham for ball 1. That's definitely a called strike. Caught the corner. And that slider gets in as well. 1-2. What are we at? No outs so far. Very inside on that pitch. 2-2. Whew. And he struck him out. Dang. All right. First out of the inning. Mets now only have 2 more batters to waste before they shame themselves and Jesus Christ here on Easter Sunday. Yeah, having too much fun. And that first one will be a called strike to Guillerme. And then we'll have a pop-up that'll be going along the third base line. A couple people have to go over because of the weird, odd sun and shadows here in the mid-afternoon, but it is caught, and that will be out number 2. Mets are down to their final out, and it is Lindor who is up next with 3 strikeouts and a ground out for the day. Initial pitch, easy grounder to short, and that will do it. With that, the Marlins have defeated the New York Mets officially 7-2. Everybody bows to the outfielders all bow to each other. I swear to God, they all met at center field and did this. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. And meanwhile, the rest of us just get to laugh at the Mets once again. A fine American tradition if there ever was one. And otherwise, that's going to do it for this episode of Another Stupid Sports Show here on Sunday. I'm glad that y'all stopped by to take this opportunity to enjoy the sports. We'll be back tomorrow night for another stupid streaming show. As True North would tell you, it's going to be a kick-ass playlist. I know I'm enjoying it. I hope to see you there. My name is Jim B. here on 106.9 Click FM. I'll see you tomorrow night, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.